goals in the here and now. Because if you leap for the moon, until you hit the ladder to reach it, you're not going to get there.
Right.
So she keeps me grounded.
What about your father when it comes to music?
He just wants me to make good songs. That's all he cares about. He's like, as long as you're making good music, I don't really care where you go.
I like that.
Yeah, so I send him my music, and he's like, yeah, this one's good. No, this one's bad. And I was like, I'm just sending it to him.
So he's a hip hop fan?
Oh yeah. He's definitely more of the urban impact on my life. He's from Puerto Rico, and he came over here to play basketball, and that's where him and my mom met. And I think from him playing basketball on the streets in Puerto Rico all the way coming to St. Louis and playing ball there, I think he is definitely like, he's a hooper through and through. And that's just a very urban personality. So seeing and being around that all the time definitely made me like cling to that side.
Did you ever play basketball? I see you're pretty tall.
Yeah, I played basketball. It's just like small town white boy basketball.
I got you.
Nothing cool ever happened, but it kept me fit, right?
Right.
Health as well.
So how old are you now?
I'm 25.
So let's say we're outside of the year gap that you were talking about after you got your good grades, you graduated. What's happening now at this point in your life today?
So right after graduation?
Yep.
Right after graduation, we took a break. All those graduates out there, when you graduate school, don't stress getting a job right away. Everyone's gonna be like, you gotta start paying student loans, you have to do this. Dude, just relax. Take 2 months off. Enjoy yourself, because that school shit's not easy. And for me, I just took a break for 2 months. Once money finally hit low, I was like, okay, I'll get a job. Just went and got a bartending job. I think everyone should work a bartending job once. I think everyone should.
That seems like a challenging job to be able to, you have to remember everybody's drinks, you have to be entertaining a little bit.
People don't order crazy drinks.
Really?
Every now and then you get something crazy and you just be like, I don't know how to make that. And then they'll be like, okay, I'll get a beer. But hey, everyone should work a bartending job once or twice. It's good for you, builds character. And
you got some stories from there?
No, not really. Not really. I was working at a winery, and so I'd get some like, not a lot, but I'd get some snobby wine folk and stuff like that. But there would be like these old white ladies, and they would come up and they would just tip like crazy because I was just like smiling and like flirting with them and shit. And I was like, damn, I see why girls do this and have like a career in this, like a career. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I was a bartender. I was probably just a professional schmoozer, to be honest. So.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when did you get back into music around this time? Heavy after this hiatus? Like what?
Yeah. So music came back in the picture a little bit after that. I'm trying to think. So I had the album Shine in the Dark, and that came out probably right before COVID, or right during, or like a year right before COVID. So yeah, Shine in the Dark's been out for 1 year. So a year before that, right when COVID hit, is when I started taking music serious again, because I was going to the studio once every week. I was on a routine. I was making a lot of songs. I had like 25 songs to choose from to make Shine in the Dark. So if I'm making a song or two every week, that's a year. So I was like recording for probably about a year. Nice. And then dropped Shine in the Dark. COVID hit, yada yada. But yeah, it was right about that time I started taking it serious again.
So you still right now to this day don't mix your own music right now?
I mix my own sometimes, and I have enough knowledge to do it. In fact, I just got employed at a studio in Champaign, Illinois. So if you ever want me to engineer a song of yours, let me know. We can book you over there. But I like going to a studio because whenever I do that, all I have to focus is saying the words I want to say and how I want to say it. I don't got to worry about anything else. And I tell people, artists, they'll be like, I made the beat and I produced this and I did this and I did this. And I'm like, okay, and it sounds great. But imagine if all you had to do was focus on singing your words. If all you had to do is focus on that, I don't know. That's my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, sometimes you don't got the cheese to go to studio. Sometimes there isn't even a good studio around you. I understand there's definitely a lot of barriers. But for all the artists, definitely find yourself a good studio. Make good connections with the engineers out there. And get in the booth and just do you. You don't got to worry about anything else.
So let's talk about your MC career as well as your promoting career.
Okay.
Right now, you said you're starting right after that. You're getting more in your artistry. When did the MC start to come back around?
MC came around whenever promoting came around. Which promoting an MC really only started last summer. I headlined my own show in Effingham. Had a super good turnout. I need to do it again. But there's a venue I want to talk to. But anyway, we had like 100 people come out. And I emceed that, and I had all these artists, and I was just introducing them as they were coming up on stage and stuff. And they were like, dude, I was so nervous, but then you got up there and you had them chanting my name and this and that. And I was like, yeah, I just want to get them warmed up for you. And they thought it was the craziest thing that I was doing that for them. And that was the first time I was really getting that, like, wait, am I doing something good? Like, am I talented at this? It was the first time. 2 or 3 months go by, I didn't do a show, didn't MC or anything like that. Got a show in Champaign, and that's where I met Kamari and Lil Scissor. So fast forward over then, and I emceed that show. And it was at that point where I realized having a host, you know, you can bring all the artists in, you can bring the people in the building in, but once you have an MC, that's the real string that ties the artists and the fans together and keeps the show just not like flying away, you know? There's gonna be a recognizable face, people know they can approach, there's gonna be a recognizable face that's interacting with everybody. It is actually pretty important, I'm starting to realize, and it was at that Champagne show I realized that.
Nice.
So then, this January, I decided to take promotion serious and have shows and do it a lot. So me just, you know, trying to keep the shows cost friendly, gonna host it myself as these shows are going on, and more people are like, hey, you're really good at this. Will you come host my show? Hey, you're really good at this. Next time, you know, you're around, just let me know. It'd be cool to, you know, hang out with you or something like that. I'm figuring out that it's a talent that I have that's worth building on and also worth marketing and providing for other people. So that's where the MC, it just kind of came up as, what's the phrase? It's like not out of desire, but out of necessity, you know? And it just so luckily worked out that I'm also good at it, so.
Definitely. I was going to say, because I've seen you at the shows, you get everybody involved. I think you're touching into what TDE kind of does, where Kendrick, or if you, what was this, Schoolboy Q, before they were ever really known, they were the hype man for the other guys. And before them, they were the hype guys. So Schoolboy Q, you know, they're just for each other.
Dude, I did not know that. So they were the hype men. That's what TDE was.
Whoever was in front of them at the time.
Yeah.
So, and then that they got used to, like you said, it's like a different reaction from the crowd because you have to really make